Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Yo, what is good? I'm back. It's been a fat minute. I've been hella busy with I don't even know, playing shows and working and making music. But I want to make this quick video about the basic shapes only serum presets that I dropped. I dropped this a few weeks ago, and I recorded a video for it, and then I realized that my mic was off the entire time. So, yeah, I'm going to go over that whole pack today, show you guys how I made the demo for it, and if you want the pack, outrageaudio.com. I just dropped the price down to $20. It's 30 serum presets, all made from basic shapes. This is what the demo sounds like. So yeah, and there's like a drum and bass section in there too. Couple website updates real quick too. I integrated my website with Shopify. So we got a bunch of new stuff. Basically, there's a cart system now, so I can add this to my cart, go back to products, check out a few more packs, add this to my cart. And yeah, so you can buy multiple stuff at once if, you don't have any of the other packs. So yeah, project file for both of these, you can get them. And we also got these two drum and basses sample packs that you can check out. So anyways, that stuff's out of the way. Let's go through this pack real quick. Basically, we have this that I just played you. That's the dubstep part, and then there's this drum and bass part. So, yeah, I'm gonna break down just the dubstep part. And yeah, if you want to buy the pack, you can go check out the drum and bass stuff. But it's somewhat of like similar composition, I guess, the drum and bass, like drums, just slightly different. And there's some cool other basses in here. Yeah, so growls and foghorns and classic drum and bass sounds like that. Yeah, it's cool. So yeah, you can get this project file right now for like $20 and see how it's like mixed down and all of the sound design in it. I'll go through these basses real quick first. This is like some stutter thing, which is sine waves. And yeah, I have it so it's like this first hit, and then it's on envelope mode with a loopback point here, so it kind of stutters like that. And there's a LFO to speed up the rate. So yeah, that's a cool patch. We got some flanger, chorus, blah blah blah, distortion, compression, but it's pretty simple, like FM stuff. And then like playing with the semitones and sync to get like that atonal sound. And yeah, this is like from the fake out here. I'm also slightly worried about this project because last time I tried to record this, it started to like geek out. So if that happens and I have to cut this at any point, that's pretty much why. Like my CPU, I think, started to like geek out. But this is like an old version of the demo, so shouldn't have any problems. Got this sick Reese here, and I just did like some filtering in Ableton. So yeah, without it, yeah, it's pretty fucking clean. Just make sure when you download these, it comes with the noise folder, so drop that in your noise folder, and then all the presets will load properly. There's like crunches in here and white noise, The only reason I have this white noise, if you got the if you got the sine waves Serum preset pack, you'll have this already, but it's just like stereo white noise because all the bass or all the noise in Serum by default is mono. So that noise is like sick in stereo that I made. Yeah, I'll go over this real quick. There were some Reese's in the sine waves only Serum preset pack too, but this one's with the saw wave because now I can actually use saw waves. But it's basically like turning up the low end, distorting it, and then some notch stuff, and then compression. And the important thing is to do 2 voices on detune. So it'll give you 2 voices. And then you go over to the global and set the width to be 0. And that'll make it so they go in and out of phase with each other. Which makes that Reese sound. And I think this is like a rave synth. Yeah. So, yeah, I think the demo's in D sharp minor. Yeah, it is. This is pretty simple as well too. It's just 2 saw waves. One's like slightly not detuned. I think that's like the main one. And then there's another layer that's like more detuned, and that's a little quieter. So just kind of layering them together. Compression, distortion, blah blah blah. Dope reverb, dope delay. And then I resampled it in here to make some swells. So, kind of ties stuff together. There's a tape stop in here too that I resampled. I just made that with like the kilohertz tape stop and then resampled it in here. So there's a little bit of post action. I really like the background stuff with this pack. It's got a lot of stuff that you can like pull in super fast and it'll fill up your drop in like no time. Yeah, that's really nice. Glitch stuff. Like alarm. It's like detuned, distorted saw. So a sub like totally blowing it out and then detuning it a lot. You get like some sick width. And there's this like yaw thing, which I made more stereo and then EQ'd a bit. But yeah, it's a lot of like super subtle background stuff. Cool yoi, which is done with the sine wave and rig mod, and then bit crush it. So yeah, that fills it up really nice, like without it. Yeah, so that really brings it to life. Let's go over the main bass. Yeah, this thing is sick. It's just 2 sine waves and kind of FM to a sweet spot and a lot of distortion with the sub. Yeah, you can hear it. It's just like a pretty normal like bro steppy FM thing, but when you distort it like that, everything just crunches together super nice. We got some like vowel movement here, heavy compression, a little bit of reverb to make it sound spacious. I think there's some reverb on here too, pretty subtle, and some EQing. And yeah, this is why the project file I think is really worth it, because you can see like kind of how I tweak stuff a little bit just to make it fit in the mix with this stereo EQ and boosting some low end, some dips and some high end stuff. And yeah, we got this little fill right here, little foghorn. Yeah, which is just like some dope sustain action. I like to do like sync on a normal octave saw wave and then take FM from that and then like combine them, because just by itself it sounds like a pretty normal foghorn, but then when you turn this up it creates a lot of like dissonance. So yeah, you'll make some super dope sustains that way. So yeah, and you can just play with the sync and get totally different like vowels out of it. Same glitch thing, but it's only the second part of it because we have this part. So here's a growl for you guys. 2 sine waves with a bandpass. And the key here is just to do a lot of distortion. And we got this notch here. This notch does a lot for the vowel-y stuff. And there's the drive on it that's turning it up a lot. And then we got the high end. And that really brings it to life. Then just some slight reverb. So, yeah, I want to make this video pretty short, just so people can kind of watch it. And if you don't want to buy the pack, you can just like learn some cool sound design. If you do want to buy the pack, you get to see what's in it beforehand, all the way up close. So let's move on to the drums. I'll go over some quick stuff on, actually on like the entire bass group. There's not really anything. There's just a mid-side like cutting the stereo lows. And then this thing is just for transitioning, I believe. Oh yeah, transitioning at the end. This is just like a washout, I believe. Yeah. So yeah, let's start with the drums. All the drums, if you know about the sine waves pack that I made, all the drums are entirely made from presets. So we got our kick here, which is super crazy. Like if we resample that, look at the high end on this. It's basically a laser. Yeah, that's funny. It's like insane transient. So yeah. And you can play with that stuff here, because I got macros for transient. So that's like super clicky. This is like the pitch. So super clicky, lasery, even more lasery. There's the click, which is just the volume of the noise. So, yeah, and then this is just the length. So that'll make it super sustained. So, yeah, it's pretty simple. It's just a sine wave pitching, sine wave slightly like squarified because of the basic WRD wavetable. So it has a little more of the third harmonic in here. But yeah, if you want to know how to make kicks in Serum, that's it. And you can, mess with this a lot to get your own kicks and a bunch of different ones. This is a clap. Now, this is what I think is sick about this pack is there's just a straight up like rhythm clap in here. And basically the way I did this is I made noise out of these sine waves. So oscillator A is on the level of LFO 1 in this snappy clap pattern. And then then the noise oscillator is on LFO 3 in a slightly different clappy, snappy pattern. So two noise sounds, and one is panned all the way right, one's panned all the way left to make the clap like super stereo. And then I put them both through a bandpass to get the vowel sound. If I turn that shit off, it sounds like shit. So yeah, the left and right pans are on this macro, so you can change how stereo the clap will be. Like that's insanely stereo. And this will make it completely mono. So, and there's a little bit of reverb, I think, so you can hear a slight bit of stereo, but yeah, this thing is sick because it's like, it's kind of like those new age, like, I don't know, like E-Craze has really good claps like this. So yeah, you can totally mess with this a bunch. And I have like a tone thing here, which I believe is on yeah, it's on the bandpass, so so yeah, that'll change it a lot. And the key here is also like the distortion. It doesn't have like the same crunchy high end. This is the length. So yeah, that's sick. Yeah, this clap is super clean. And it's the first like clap serum preset I've made. So, because in the sine waves only serum preset pack there was only like snares. So this thing is dope. And actually I remember putting a kick over the clap, which sounded sick. Oh, I messed up this kick. Hold on. So, yeah. Yeah, sounds dope with the kick on top of it too. So yeah, that's the kick and the clap. Next we have the closed hats, which I'm also doing. It's like similar to the clap, honestly. It's just like bandpass, but without that like snappy LFO shape. And both of these have the same macro where it's panned right and left. So it just makes a super like, I like my hats to be pretty stereo. So it just makes a nice like, you know, not too harsh in the high end, subtly stereo closed hat, which is really nice. We have stuff for like the reverb here, and then the tightness of it. So yeah, it's super nice. And I use these all the time in my songs now, because you can drag and drop them and then change them a bunch to be exactly like how tight and long you want them to be. You know, with like a sample, it's a little bit more of a headache to like tune it and stuff. And then here we have like our big open hat with the same controls and a tone knob. So you can control like how much high end it'll have. And I guess we have the length automated. Oh yeah, so I changed the length here so it was more like a crash cymbal, which is pretty sick for like that transition. So yeah, and then the only thing different really is like the kick in the drum and bass drop. It's just a different kick. So this is a different kick preset. Kind of done in a similar way, but also not, because I'm using oscillator B as like a third harmonic. I'm doing like a little FM here too. So yeah, this one just has a different like timbre, and it's shorter and tighter. And then this is like our sick DnB snare, which actually the noise is like super mono on it, I feel like. Yeah, hard to say. Like honestly, I'd bring this up a little more. Ooh. Yeah, this is interesting. So I'm basically doing noise on oscillator B and then noise on the noise oscillator, and then having this as like the body, so yeah. Anyways, if I go back, where is it? Snare. Whoa. Where's my snare in here? Is this on like the wrong? Yeah, there we go. So I guess I changed the key so it could go down to 0 here, which which makes sense. Yeah, like I said, this is a older version of the project, so some of the presets are even like more refined. Cause yeah, now the snare is a little like tighter with some stereo noise. So just had to update the preset for a sec. But yeah, this thing's pretty clean. So yeah, I'm stoked on this. And then kind of same stuff here. I think, ooh, did I make a shaker? Oh yeah, this thing is sick. So kind of similar to the hi-hats that I was making, but this is on basically 16th notes. And I have like different kind of like velocity or volume here. Just sick for the drum and bass stuff. My kick is pretty blown out for some reason. So yeah, and a lot of the basses in the DnB stuff are pretty sick too, but I'll leave people who buy the pack to, you know, go over those, and you can check them out in the project. Background stuff I think is pretty similar. There's like some different elements, but yeah, like we have this thing, distorted noise, like square whoop thing. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And then the sidechain here has shaper box, but if you don't have shaper box, that's okay. You can just turn on this compressor and it will, yeah, it's sent to this sidechain click here that's turned off, so it'll duck based on that. And it sounds like the project is kind of shitting itself right now, so I'm going to call it there. OutrageAudio.com. You can go get the pack now. I just dropped it down from $30. And yeah, demo is playable on here. And if you guys thought of something that I didn't go over, let me know. I'll tell you how I basically made everything in the comments if you have any questions. And yeah, I'm hoping to make some more videos soon. I want to still do that empathy breakdown that I've been meaning to do for like 4 months. And yeah, maybe I'll do a stutter breakdown. That song came out like a month ago or something, and the sound design on that one's pretty sick. So yeah, I'll try and make a video breaking down one of the tunes soon. But go check out the packs. If you got any feedback for the website or how I have this stuff set up, or just pack stuff you're looking for in the future, let me know. Shoot me a DM or leave a comment. But yeah, appreciate all the support. You guys are the best. So, peace.